Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into some recent developments surrounding one of America's most well-known families, the Duggars. Specifically, we'll be focusing on Anna Duggar, wife of Josh Duggar, who has found herself navigating life after her husband landed in prison. This is a story about resilience, struggle, and finding new beginnings amidst chaos. So grab your coffee or tea, sit back, and let's get started. For those unfamiliar with the Duggar family, they first gained national attention through their reality TV show 19 Kids and Counting. The series followed Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar and their large family, which included 19 children, all homeschooled and raised under strict Christian values. One of their sons, Josh Duggar, became particularly prominent due to his role in the family business and later for his political aspirations. But behind the seemingly perfect facade lay scandals that would rock not only the Duggar household, but also fans across the country. In 2015, reports surfaced alleging that Josh had molested several young girls when he was a teenager, including some of his own sisters. While these allegations were initially swept under the rug, they resurfaced years later during legal proceedings. Despite his claims of innocence, he was convicted and sentenced to over 12 years in prison, a devastating blow to both him and his family. This left Anna Duggar, Josh's wife of nearly 2 decades, in an incredibly difficult position. Not only did she have to deal with the emotional toll of seeing her husband incarcerated, but she also suddenly became the sole provider for their 6 children. Before Josh's conviction, Anna lived a relatively private life compared to other members of the Duggar clan. She stayed out of the spotlight, focusing on raising her kids and supporting her husband's ventures. But now, everything changed overnight. Without Josh around, Anna had to step up in ways she never imagined. Financially, things weren't easy. The couple relied heavily on income from various businesses tied to Josh's name, businesses that quickly crumbled once the scandal broke. Bills piled up, and Anna found herself struggling to make ends meet while caring for her growing family. But here's where the story takes a turn. Determined to provide for her children and rebuild her life, Anna made the bold decision to enter the workforce, a move that marked a significant shift from her previous lifestyle. Recently, it was revealed that Anna secured employment at a local retail store. While details remain scarce, insiders say she's taken on a part-time role, helping customers and managing inventory. For someone who spent much of her adult life as a stay-at-home mom, this transition hasn't been without its challenges. But Anna seems committed to making it work. Juggling work responsibilities alongside parenting duties is no small feat, especially for someone like Anna, who previously adhered to traditional gender roles within her marriage. Now, she's learning how to balance late shifts with school drop-offs, meal prep, and bedtime routines, all while maintaining her faith and values. It's clear that Anna's journey isn't just about financial survival. It's about rediscovering her identity outside of her relationship with Josh. Friends close to the family report that she's leaning on her faith more than ever, turning to prayer and community support to navigate this challenging chapter. Unsurprisingly, news of Anna's new job sparked widespread discussion online. Some viewers expressed sympathy for her situation, acknowledging the immense pressure she must feel as a single mother. Others criticized her decision to stand by Josh despite his crimes. While opinions vary, one thing is certain: Anna's story highlights the complexities of loyalty, forgiveness, and personal growth. Whether you agree with her choices or not, there's no denying the strength it takes to rebuild your life after such a public downfall. Anna Duggar's experience serves as a powerful reminder that life can change in an instant, and sometimes, those changes force us to confront parts of ourselves we didn't know existed. Her willingness to adapt and persevere offers valuable lessons for all of us. No matter what obstacles come our way, we have the power to rise above them. Anna's story proves that even in the darkest moments, there's always hope for a brighter future. It may not look like what we envisioned, but it's still worth fighting for. As Anna continues to adjust to her new normal, many wonder what lies ahead for her and her children. Will she pursue additional career opportunities? How will her relationship with Josh evolve once he's released from prison? Only time will tell. One thing is for sure. Anna Duggar's resilience inspires us to face our own struggles head-on. And regardless of what happens next, we wish her nothing but strength and peace moving forward. Anna Duggar's divorce. As fans of the Duggar family know, their lives have been under public scrutiny for years, thanks to shows like 19 Kids and Counting. But when it comes to personal matters like marriage and divorce, separating fact from fiction can be tricky. In this video, we'll explore what really happened between Anna Duggar and Josh Duggar, address some common misconceptions, and take a closer look at Anna's views on marriage. Whether you're here because you're a fan of the show, curious about celebrity divorces, or simply interested in understanding relationships better, stick around. Let's get started. To understand where things went wrong, let's first rewind to the beginning. Anna Duggar, born Anna Keller, met Josh Duggar while growing up in Arkansas. Both came from large families rooted in conservative Christian values. Their courtship was traditional by design: chaperone dates, no physical intimacy before marriage, and a strong emphasis on faith. They tied the knot in 2008, just months after meeting, and quickly became one of the most beloved couples on 19 Kids and Counting. Over the years, they welcomed 5 children together: Mackenzie, Michael, Marcus, Meredith, and Mason. To viewers, they seemed like the picture-perfect couple, a testament to love built on shared beliefs. But behind the scenes, cracks were forming. In 2015, shocking revelations came to light about Josh Duggar's past. Reports surfaced alleging that he had molested several underage girls, including some of his sisters, when he was a teenager. These allegations sent shockwaves through the Duggar family and their fan base. While Josh admitted to mistakes during his youth, many struggled to reconcile these claims with the wholesome image portrayed on TV. For Anna, this must have been an incredibly difficult time. She stood by her husband publicly, but privately, the strain on their relationship likely grew unbearable. This devastating turn of events proved to be the breaking point for Anna. After over a decade of marriage, she filed for divorce in April 2022. Now, let's separate fact from fiction here. Some media outlets painted Anna as abandoning her vows or turning her back on her faith. However, those close to the situation say otherwise. According to sources, Anna made the decision to prioritize her safety and the well-being of her children. It wasn't a choice made lightly, it was one born out of necessity. There's been a lot of misinformation swirling around Anna's decision to end her marriage. So, let's clear up a few key points. First, contrary to rumors, Anna did not leave Josh immediately after his arrest. She reportedly tried to work through the issues in their marriage, seeking counseling and support. Ultimately, though, she realized that staying would compromise her own mental health and set a poor example for her kids. Second, Anna's decision does not mean she has abandoned her faith. Many Christians believe that divorce is permissible in cases of infidelity, abuse, or irreconcilable differences. While opinions vary, Anna's choice aligns with interpretations that prioritize safety and healing. Lastly, let's talk about co-parenting. Despite the split, Anna and Josh share custody of their children. This arrangement shows that even in the midst of heartbreak, Anna remains committed to doing what's best for her family. So, how does Anna view marriage now? While she hasn't given extensive interviews detailing her thoughts post-divorce, her actions speak volumes. By choosing to step away from a toxic situation, Anna demonstrates courage and self-respect. She's also shown a willingness to embrace change and focus on rebuilding her life. Recently, Anna has taken steps toward independence, including pursuing new career opportunities and spending quality time with her kids. It's clear that she values creating a stable, loving environment for them, one free from the turmoil of the past. For anyone going through a similar experience, Anna's journey serves as a reminder that it's okay to redefine your path. Sometimes, letting go of what once was opens the door to something healthier and more fulfilling. Anna Duggar's story offers several important takeaways. Prioritize safety and well-being. No matter how much you love someone, your safety, and your children's safety, should always come first. Faith and personal growth can coexist. You don't have to abandon your beliefs to make tough decisions. Growth often requires reevaluating what truly matters. Healing takes time. Divorce is never easy, but with patience and support, it's possible to rebuild and thrive. Resilience inspires others. By facing adversity head-on, Anna sets an example for anyone navigating their own struggles. At the end of the day, Anna's story isn't just about heartbreak. It's about resilience, strength, and finding peace amidst chaos. Duggar's recent video update and the concerns fans have raised about her kids. If you've been following along with Duggar's journey as she steps away from her famous reality TV roots and embraces life outside the spotlight, then you know how much her fans care about her well-being, and especially the well-being of her children. But after spotting what some are calling a concerning detail in one of her latest videos, many supporters are sounding the alarm. So, let's break it all down together. In this video, I'll cover everything from Duggar's transition out of the Duggar household, her current lifestyle choices, and why this particular moment is causing such an uproar among her fanbase. Stick around until the end, because I'll also share my thoughts on whether these concerns hold any merit or if they're just overblown reactions. Let's get started. For those who might not be familiar with Duggar, here's a quick refresher. Born into the ultra-conservative Christian family made famous by TLC's 19 Kids and Counting, Duggar grew up under intense scrutiny. Her parents, Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar, adhered to strict religious principles, including modesty rules, homeschooling, and courtship instead of dating. As one of 19 siblings, Duggar often found herself in the public eye, but unlike many of her brothers and sisters, she eventually chose a different path. After marrying Jeremy Volo in 2016, Duggar began distancing herself from her family's rigid beliefs. She embraced more progressive values, moved away from Arkansas, and even wrote a memoir titled Becoming Free Indeed, where she opened up about feeling controlled during her childhood. These days, Duggar focuses on raising her two adorable daughters, Felicity and Evangeline, alongside Jeremy, who serves as a pastor. While Duggar has always had a loyal following, her decision to step away from the Duggar way of life has earned her both praise and criticism. And now, with her growing presence on social media, every move she makes is analyzed by fans, and sometimes criticized. So, what exactly happened? Recently, Duggar posted a new video giving viewers a glimpse into her daily routine with her girls. At first glance, it seemed like your typical mommy vlog: playtime, snacks, and lots of laughter. But eagle-eyed fans noticed something that gave them pause. In one scene, Duggar's youngest daughter, Evangeline, can be seen running barefoot on gravel. While some viewers thought nothing of it, others immediately flagged this as potentially dangerous. Comments quickly flooded in, with fans expressing worry about possible injuries or lack of supervision. Now, before we jump to conclusions, let's take a closer look at the context. Was this truly negligence, or are people reading too much into a harmless situation? As expected, opinions were divided. Some fans rushed to defend Duggar, pointing out that kids often run around barefoot without issue. They argued that this was simply a natural part of childhood exploration, and that Duggar likely kept a close eye on her daughter. On the flip side, critics insisted that allowing a toddler to play on rough surfaces could lead to cuts, scrapes, or worse. For many, this small detail symbolized larger concerns about parenting styles and safety standards. This debate isn't unique to Duggar. It reflects broader societal conversations about modern parenting. Should we prioritize freedom and independence, or should we err on the side of caution? And when does concern cross the line into judgment? To better understand the backlash, it's important to consider Duggar's approach to motherhood. Unlike her own upbringing, which emphasized strict rules and structure, Duggar seems to lean toward a more relaxed, intuitive style. She frequently talks about fostering creativity, encouraging curiosity, and letting her kids learn through experience. While this resonates with many parents today, it doesn't sit well with everyone. Critics argue that too much leniency could put children at risk, while supporters believe it promotes resilience and independence. Ultimately, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. Every parent must strike a balance between protecting their kids and giving them space to thrive. But when you're in the public eye like Duggar, every choice becomes fodder for discussion. So, why are fans so invested in Duggar's parenting decisions? Well, for starters, she represents a bridge between two worlds: the highly regimented environment she grew up in, and the more open-minded approach she's adopted as an adult. Many see her as a symbol of change within the Duggar family dynamic. Additionally, Duggar's transparency about her struggles has created a deep connection with her audience. People feel personally invested in her success, not just as a mother, but as someone navigating life after leaving behind deeply ingrained traditions. That emotional bond explains why even minor incidents, like a child playing barefoot, can trigger such strong reactions. Fans aren't just critiquing her actions, they're projecting their hopes and fears onto her journey. To gain further insight, I reached out to Dr. Sarah Collins, a child psychologist specializing in early childhood development. Here's what she had to say about balancing safety and exploration. It's natural for parents to worry about their children's safety, but it's equally important to allow them opportunities for growth. Playing barefoot on various surfaces, including gravel, can actually benefit sensory development. However, supervision is key to ensuring they don't sustain serious injuries. According to Dr. Collins, moderation is crucial. Allowing kids to engage with their environment fosters independence, but parents should remain vigilant to prevent accidents. At the end of the day, Duggar is doing what millions of parents do every day, figuring things out as she goes. Parenting is messy, unpredictable, and deeply personal. What works for one family may not work for another, and that's okay. While it's understandable that fans care deeply about Duggar and her kids, it's essential to remember that we don't always have the full picture. Instead of jumping to conclusions, perhaps we can use moments like this to reflect on our own parenting philosophies and the importance of empathy. Family is at the heart of everything for Joy-Anna Duggar and her husband, Austin Forsyth. As part of the beloved Duggar family, known for their strong faith, values, and commitment to love, Joy-Anna has always been an inspiration to many. Today, we celebrate another beautiful chapter in her life as she welcomes her third baby with Austin, a moment filled with joy, anticipation, and gratitude. Before we dive into this incredible milestone, let's take a step back and revisit how Joy-Anna Duggar and Austin Forsyth's love story began. For those who may not know, Joy-Anna is one of Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar's 19 children, and her journey to motherhood has been nothing short of inspiring. Joy-Anna met Austin Forsyth through mutual friends, and it didn't take long for sparks to fly. Their shared Christian values and deep faith laid the foundation for their relationship. After dating for just over a year, they tied the knot in May 2017 in a picturesque ceremony surrounded by family and loved ones. Since then, the couple has welcomed two precious daughters into their lives, Mary-Kate and Ella, and now they've added a third bundle of joy to their growing family. Back in early 2023, Joy-Anna and Austin excitedly announced that they were expecting their third child. Fans of the couple couldn't contain their excitement, flooding social media with congratulatory messages and well wishes. In true Duggar fashion, Joy-Anna kept her followers updated throughout her pregnancy journey. From sharing adorable maternity photo shoots to candid moments of preparing for their new arrival, she gave fans a glimpse into the joys and challenges of pregnancy. One thing that stood out during this pregnancy was Joy-Anna's openness about balancing motherhood with self-care. In several posts, she emphasized the importance of leaning on your support system and trusting God through every stage of life. Now, let's talk about the big day, the birth of Joy-Anna and Austin's third baby. It was a moment filled with emotion, prayer, and pure happiness. This pregnancy felt different from my previous ones. I had more energy but also experienced some unexpected challenges along the way. But through it all, Austin was my rock. He reminded me daily to stay positive and trust in God's plan. It's amazing to witness the strength and resilience Joy-Anna has shown throughout this entire process. Being there in the delivery room was such a privilege. Watching our baby come into the world was truly unforgettable. Their newest addition arrived healthy and happy, weighing pounds and measuring inches. While the gender of the baby remains undisclosed for now, one thing is certain: this little one is already deeply loved. With 3 kids under the age of 6, life is certainly busy for Joy-Anna and Austin. But if anyone knows how to handle chaos with grace, it's these two. Having 2 older daughters has made this transition so much easier. Mary-Kate and Ella are already stepping up to be the best big sisters ever. They're constantly asking when they can hold the baby or help change diapers. It's adorable. We're learning as we go, just like every other parent out there. There are definitely sleepless nights and hectic days, but seeing our girls bond with their new sibling makes it all worth it. Despite their busy schedules, Joy-Anna and Austin prioritize creating meaningful memories with their children. Whether it's baking cookies in the kitchen or taking trips to the park, they make sure to cherish each moment as a family. At the core of Joy-Anna and Austin's parenting philosophy is their unwavering faith. Both have spoken openly about how their relationship with God guides them through parenthood. Our faith is what keeps us grounded, especially during challenging times. We believe that every child is a gift from God, and we're honored to raise them in a home rooted in love and truth. It's not always easy, but we remind ourselves to lean on God's promises. He's given us the tools we need to navigate parenthood, and we're grateful for His guidance every single day. Through their actions and words, Joy-Anna and Austin continue to inspire others to live lives of purpose, kindness, and gratitude. As expected, fans around the world have showered Joy-Anna and Austin with love and support following the birth of their third child. Social media platforms have been buzzing with congratulations and heartfelt notes. Fan number 1 comment: "Congratulations, Joy-Anna and Austin. Your family is such a blessing to watch grow." Fan number 2 comment: "You guys are amazing parents. Can't wait to see your new baby's face." Fan number 3 comment: "Praying for sweet rest and healing for Joy-Anna as she adjusts to life with 3 littles." It's clear that Joy-Anna and Austin's journey resonates deeply with people everywhere. Their transparency and authenticity have created a loyal fanbase that feels like an extension of their own family. Josh Duggar molestation scandal. For years, this story remained hidden behind closed doors, buried under layers of secrecy by his parents, Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar. The Duggars were once America's favorite large Christian family, known for their strict values, homeschooling lifestyle, and unwavering faith. But beneath the surface lay a dark secret that would eventually come to light. This is the story of how Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar allegedly covered up their son Josh's actions for years, and what it reveals about power, privilege, and denial within families. To understand the scandal, we first need to know who the Duggars are. Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar rose to fame through their TLC reality show, which aired from 2008 to 2015. With 19 children, they became symbols of traditional family values, emphasizing modesty, religion, and discipline. "We believe in raising our children in a godly way," teaching them respect, responsibility, and love. But as viewers watched their seemingly perfect life unfold on screen, few could have imagined the turmoil brewing behind the scenes. In May 2015, news broke that Josh Duggar, one of the oldest sons and a prominent figure on the show, had been involved in a disturbing incident during his teenage years. In 2015, reports surfaced revealing that Josh Duggar had molested 5 underage girls, including 4 of his sisters, when he was just 14 or 15 years old. These allegations weren't new. They dated back over a decade, but they had been kept out of public view thanks to careful handling by the Duggar family and their close-knit community. According to official records obtained by media outlets like BuzzFeed News, the incidents occurred between 2002 and 2003. When confronted, Josh admitted to touching the girls inappropriately while they slept. Instead of reporting him to law enforcement immediately, his parents chose to handle the matter internally. When the story went viral, Jim Bob and Michelle issued statements defending their decision not to involve authorities. They claimed they sought guidance from their pastor and placed Josh in counseling. However, critics argue that their actions, or lack thereof, allowed Josh to avoid real consequences. But let's break down exactly what those steps entailed. According to court documents, Jim Bob and Michelle sent Josh to work on a family friend's construction site as punishment. He also attended informal counseling sessions led by church leaders rather than licensed therapists. No formal charges were ever filed against him. This approach raises red flags because it prioritizes protecting the perpetrator over ensuring the safety and healing of the victims. By keeping everything within the confines of their religious community, the Duggars effectively shielded Josh from accountability. So why did Jim Bob and Michelle choose to cover up their son's behavior instead of seeking proper legal intervention? There are several possible explanations, ranging from fear of shame to concerns about their public image. Point number 1. Religious beliefs. The Duggars belong to a conservative evangelical sect that emphasizes forgiveness and redemption. To them, turning Josh over to secular authorities might have felt like betraying their faith. Point number 2. Family reputation. As public figures, the Duggars likely worried about how exposing Josh's misconduct would affect their brand. Their livelihood depended heavily on maintaining a squeaky clean image. Point number 3. Denial and minimization. Some experts suggest that Jim Bob and Michelle may have struggled to accept the severity of Josh's actions, convincing themselves that sending him away for a short period would fix the problem. We love all of our children deeply. While their intentions may have stemmed from love, their decisions ultimately caused more harm than good for both the victims and Josh himself. One of the most heartbreaking aspects of this case is the impact it had on the victims, Josh's sisters. Yet, these young women were denied access to professional support systems that could have helped them heal. When families fail to report abuse, it sends a message to the victims that their pain doesn't matter. It reinforces feelings of guilt and shame, making recovery even harder. Moreover, the fact that the perpetrators were family members adds another layer of complexity. Trust is shattered, and relationships are irreparably damaged. When the truth finally came out, the backlash was swift and severe. Fans of 19 Kids and Counting expressed shock and disappointment, while critics accused the Duggars of hypocrisy. TLC canceled the show shortly afterward, citing the controversy as the reason. Despite losing their platform, Jim Bob and Michelle continued to defend their actions, insisting they did what they thought was best at the time. Meanwhile, Josh attempted to rebuild his life, marrying and starting a family of his own, only to face further scandals later on. The Duggar scandal serves as a sobering reminder of the dangers of prioritizing reputation over justice. It highlights the importance of holding abusers accountable, regardless of their age or circumstances. Families must recognize that protecting one member at the expense of others can lead to devastating consequences. If there's one takeaway from this story, it's that silence only perpetuates cycles of abuse. Speaking out, not just for ourselves but for future generations, is the first step toward breaking free.